Henry. I'm 7 years old. I went to sugar camp 3 years ago and I learned how to make maple syrup.
How much syrup did you make the first year, Henry?
1 gallon.
And last year, how much did you make?
3 gallons.
And how much did you make this year?
Almost 12 gallons.
12 gallons? That's a lot of syrup. How do you know what kind of tree to use?
It has the right tree to use is a yellow gray bark.
Is it deep bark?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you put a hole in the tree?
You drill a hole with a drill.
Is there any particular place you should put the hole?
Yes.
Where? What are you looking for?
Another tap
I can't hear you.
hole. Another tap hole.
Okay.
Like this one right here. And you're trying to look for a bad spot.
So do you put the hole by the bad spot?
No,
Why not?
because then you won't get much sap. So you drill into it, and then you go up. Then
You go up, okay.
Yeah, so you just start drilling into it, and then you start to go up a little, and try not to make one of those.
Okay. And why do you drill upwards?
So then you get the sap coming down.
That's very interesting. So after you drill the hole in the tree, what do you do?
Yeah, put a tap in it.
Do you have any taps to show us?
Yeah. This is what my taps look like.
And what goes into the tree?
This part, the white part right here.
And then how do you get the sap?
So we use a bucket like this. It can be any size. Then we drill a hole in there. Then we put the piece of blue tube in there. And we try and make it go down. So it can just go right into there.
How fast do the buckets fill up?
And you need to the sap freezes in the tree in the night, then you get them the next day.
So does a bucket fill up overnight?
Yeah.
On all of the trees or just some of them?
So some can be full, some can be a little full, some can be just have like a little.
Is there a particular tree that's the best producer?
Yeah.
Where would that be? Can you take us on a tour to see that tree?
Yeah.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Maple syrup producer tree.
And how much sap do you get out of this tree? Are your buckets full every day?
The sap that we get out of this tree, it's over over the holes in the bucket.
So what do you do if it's overflowing out of the holes of the bucket?
Like, it doesn't overflow, it's just because the tubes are blocking it.
Okay.
So we carefully pull the tube out, then we put our fingers in the tube where the tube spot is, then we put our fingers in here, where the tube goes. Then we carefully take it over and dump it.
Very interesting. Thank you, Henry. Now, after you collect the sap, what do you do?
We boil it
Where do you boil it?
down at our house.
Will you show us where you boil it?
Yeah. Ready? Even though this is a dried leaf, it's a maple leaf.
Very interesting. Now, is this your maple camp?
Yeah.
When did you make this camp?
This year,
Who helped you?
my dad.
So your dad helped you with this camp.
Yeah.
And can you show us around?
Yeah. So this one is the one that we put the sap in on the back of the four-wheeler in that green trailer. And then there's a orange tube on the side and a valve. So the sap runs out of this, and we fill a bucket to put in this really big one, and then we have a metal tube to go in. Then we leave that on. Then we put it in here, and then it. Wait, no. We actually set this onto this metal thing right here, and then the tube runs into here. Then when it gets full, it goes through this tube down here, then down into this angle right here to go down into the this one where we boil.
And do you have to build a fire?
Yeah.
Where do you build the fire?
This is where we make the fire.
And do you have to do anything special to give it air so that it burns hot?
Yeah. We hook up a air dryer onto this pipe that goes onto this pipe. Then it goes into here. So then it gives it a lot of heat and it burns good.
Very interesting. So how do you know when your syrup is ready to eat on your pancakes?
So when it when it's almost like super close to being done, we get this bucket. And this is usually clean, but I used it to take all the ashes out. And then we put it under this valve, and then we turn it on, and then it puts the maple syrup into there.
And then do you have to do anything with it once you put it in that bucket?
Yeah, we have to go in the house, turn on the stove, and put a pot on the stove, and then put the maple syrup on the in the pan, and then
Do you test it with something?
yeah,
And what's that called?
a thermometer.
A hydrometer, maybe?
Yeah,
And what does that do?
it tells.
You want to go see it?
Yeah. This is a hydrometer. So we fill this up with maple syrup, and then we drop this in, and if it floats to the hot line, the red line that says hot taste, that means it is ready.
So I can't see it. Hold on. Oh, so hot test, then it's ready. So you bottle it then?
Yeah.
Well, that's very interesting, Henry. Now, have you sold any of your syrup?
Yeah.
Who do you sell it to?
The people at Farholes.
Do you sell any to the people that you go to church with?
Yeah.
Okay. And did anyone help you? Did you hire anyone to help you this year?
Yeah.
Who did you hire?
My uncle and my mom.
What about your dad and your sister? No? Now, when your uncle helped you, how did you pay him?
With a jar.
Of syrup.
Yeah.
And did you tap only your own trees this year, or did you tap other people's trees?
I tapped other people's trees this year too.
And did you pay them?
Yeah.
How did you pay them?
With a jar of maple syrup.
Well, that's great. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about your syrup?
Just put a thumbs up. I started this project 3 years ago when I was 5.
Where did you learn about syrup? Was it called Walnut Dale Farm?
Yeah.
So you learned about it there, and then what did you do?
I went home and tapped 3 trees.
And then last year, did you tap any trees?
Yeah.
And how many? Do you know how many trees you tapped? I think.
9 trees.
And do you know how many trees you tapped this year? I think there might have been 20 to 30 taps that we pulled. Now, what's the best time to get sap from the trees?
In the day.
What time of year?
Around Christmas to March.
When do you know to pull the taps?
When, I get some out of the tubes and test it to see if it's still good or not.
What's normally coming out on the trees whenever it's time to pull the taps? Are the trees budding?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Henry, for letting me interview you today about your syrup business. Have a good day.
Bye.